Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The friendship between Marshal Wyatt Earp and Dr. John H. Holliday was one of the mysteries of Dodge City. Why Marshal Earp, a deacon in the church, could tolerate Doc Holliday was mighty puzzling to Wyatt's friends. Doc Holliday, gambler, gunfighter, killer, had a mean disposition and a caustic tongue. That two men so different in character could even associate on friendly terms would seem preposterous. And Wyatt's insistence on making a friend of Doc Holliday finally came to a crisis between Wyatt and the men who hired him to civilize Dodge City.
Cards, gentlemen.
Give me 3.
Doc, we better call it no deal. We gotta shove along and get us some fellas that crossed us.
All right, Snaky. You know your own business.
Well, what else can you do with fellas that turn you into the Texas Rangers?
Spare me the tale of woe. Just kill 'em and get it over with.
Now, that's what I wanted to hear you say, Doc. Fellas, when it's all over, remember, Doc Holliday was the judge and jury. He said kill him. We're just carrying out the judgment of the court.
Snaky, you amuse me. Whenever I gamble with you, I always collect a rare bit of humor.
Well, thank you, Doc.
Irony appeals to me. Appointing me judge and jury, that shows real imagination. Yes, you do have style, Snaky. Now, in acknowledgement of my praise, I trust you give me a good start back to Dodge.
Why, sure. 15 minutes be enough?
Ample, my friend. Ample.
That's mighty nice work. We'll hole up in Devil's Garden.
Ain't that too close to Earp and Dodge?
Devil's Garden. I like the name.
Come on, boys. Let's get the horse.
And I don't care how many favors he's done you. Holliday will be the ruin of your career as a peace officer.
The man is cold, ruthless, cruel.
The whole town thinks we should have tried him for that Maxwell killing.
Look, Doc broke the case. He pulled me off a tough spot.
Well, I don't care. Now, something's got to be done. The judge and I have come here to try... Now, Wyatt, will you listen to me?
Wyatt? Wyatt, there are 5 dead men on the trail, less than a mile from the city limits.
Oh? Any idea who did it?
The cowhand told me they used to arrive at Snaky Grattan.
Snaky Grattan?
Right.
Now, let's get out then.
Now, Wyatt, what about Doc?
Not now, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, Wyatt, thank heaven.
What's the matter, Miss?
It's about the doctor. He went out to play cards with Snaky Grattan.
Oh?
He promised to be back an hour ago. I'm afraid he's had a relapse.
Well, now, don't you worry about the doc, Miss Kate. We'll find him. The doc can take care of himself. Come on, Hal.
Hold on, Miss Holliday.
Oh, Mr. Kelly, Judge Tobin, I was so upset I didn't...
Mrs. Holliday, sit down a moment, please.
We have something important to discuss.
Oh, well, of course. Is it about Dr. Holliday? Something Wyatt didn't...
Miss Holliday, 5 members of the Snaky Grattan gang were just ambushed and killed.
Your husband was playing cards with Snaky Grattan.
Why, yes. But you don't think... John doesn't ambush people.
Well, while you were in Kansas City, he did some unnecessary killing.
To keep Wyatt from being framed.
He didn't help Wyatt, Mrs. Holliday. He hurt him.
Oh, I see. You want John to stop being friends with Wyatt?
Well, at least he could stop being such pals with a hoodlum like Snaky Grattan.
You don't understand that. Why John likes Mr. Grattan.
No, we don't.
How would you like being locked up in a Texas jail for shooting a gambler in a square fight? The gambler was crooked, but he had all the influence on his side. I had no one to turn to except Mr. Grattan.
Well, howdy, Miss Kate.
John's in jail, in Breakus. They aim to hang him for shooting One-Eye Gillum.
Well, I'll be. Doc ought to get a medal for that.
The rope is what he'll get. Unless you can do something, Mr. Grattan.
Do something? Why, that Breakus jail ain't nothing but a board shack. Hey, Muggins. This is Miss Holliday, Doc's wife.
Howdy.
She'd like for us to get old Doc out of that jail at Breakus. We'll need some of the boys.
I'll round them up, boss.
They like breaking jails, Miss Kate. You done them a real favor just to mention it. Now, you light down and rest a while. We'll have them right out for you.
Mr. Grattan pretended it was nothing, but he and his men risked getting in trouble with the Rangers.
Hey,
Well, quit that singing so early. I'll have to run you in.
Ooh. All right, get in there.
Inside.
Here we are. Bring them out.
Thank you, Snicky.
John owed Mr. Grattan, you see?
I'm a circuit judge, Mrs. Holliday. I can't enthuse over Mr. Grattan's outlaw generosity.
And right now, Doc's probably riding with Grattan to some hoodlum hideout.
My husband joining with the outlaws?
Where? Wyatt and Hal, loaded with spit and ginger.
Where did it happen, Doc?
Back yonder a few miles, I heard shooting. Look, I've been up all night. I ran out of whiskey and I'm feeling mean, so ride along, will you?
I'm sorry, Doc. But Miss Kate told me you were with Snaky Grattan.
Kate tells you too much.
It's more trouble for Wyatt. He's already in bed with Tobin and Kelly.
He's off, Hal. Did you just have to be playing cards with Snaky Grattan?
Why not? I like Snaky.
But you took no part in the killing, huh?
No,
Give him some whiskey.
Is that an order?
Yes, it is.
Your chief deputy doesn't like me, and it's quite mutual. If he wasn't your chief deputy, he'd be dead. Temptation to shoot him has often assailed me.
Hal has a job to do, and so have I.
I concede that. Thank you. I feel better.
I'm going to ask you once more. Were you at the shooting?
No, sir, I was not.
Did you know that Snaky Grattan was going to ambush those men?
Certainly.
That makes you an accessory before the crime. Aren't you going to arrest him?
You tried, deputy.
All right, quit your jabbering, both of you. Now, Hal, ride back into town. Get a handful of deputies. We'll meet you out there.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm trying hard to stay your friend, but you don't make the job easy.
Oh, now, cool off, Wyatt. I'll let you arrest me.
What good's that going to do? I'm still a United States deputy marshal, and I got to try and find Snaky Grattan. Now, do you know where he's likely to be, or does your perverted sense of loyalty to outlaws require you to say nothing?
You know, if you take a drink occasionally, you'd be a lot easier to deal with.
Come on.
'Tis contrary to common sense, Miss Holliday, for a man to consort with outlaws and claim friendship with a peace officer.
Dr. Holliday compromises Wyatt. Law-abiding citizens can't understand such a friendship.
People don't understand my husband. John saved Wyatt's life on at least 2 occasions. And another time, John had a run-in with two of Sheriff Masterson's men. They were new deputies, and they'd been drinking. And
There he comes.
Halt! Ain't you the famous Doc Holliday?
I'm Dr. Holliday, yes.
Fast gun. Mean with a knife. Everybody's scared of you, huh?
You better go back in that saloon and drink it off.
We ain't scared of you. Just start for your gun.
I'm not wearing a gun.
Go get one. We'll wait right here.
And we'll be right here.
John, what is it?
Two of Masterson's deputies got fresh with me. They asked for a gunfight, and they're going to get one.
No. Masterson and Wyatt are close friends.
That should keep his deputies sober.
We don't care about him. It's Wyatt. You'll make trouble for Wyatt.
Kate, they're drunk, but they have no right to insult me. I don't take that.
John, Wyatt's the only real friend we have in this town.
I'm not fighting his deputies.
But you'll get Wyatt in trouble. You'll just be proving what everybody says, that he's foolish to be friends with us. They'll laugh at him, John.
Yeah. Well, why don't you finish your letter?
Yes, John. You don't know how tough that was for John, to keep out of a fight. But he swallowed his pride for Wyatt's sake.
But he rides with Snaky Grattan, and he helps massacre 5 men.
No better than that, Mr. Kelly. John never shot anyone from ambush. He doesn't have to. He's as good with a gun as Wyatt. If John's mixed up with Grattan, it's social, not business.
They never even had a chance. Grattan got him from those rocks not more than 30 feet off the trail.
Well, they never gave Snaky a chance. They stole his robbery haul and then informed on him to the Rangers.
And how much would Snaky and his boys have gotten for that in Texas?
Someday I must give you a lecture on criminal ethics.
Criminal ethics?
Precisely, Deacon. You have your code, Snaky has his. In Snaky's code, what those men did merited a death sentence.
And you agree with that, huh?
No. But I understand it.
Oh. And you think it's quite all right?
You're trying to ask me where I think Snaky and his boys went. Well, why don't you ask me point blank?
All right. Where?
I can't tell you.
Criminal ethics, huh?
No. I don't want you riding into an ambush. Katie'd leave me.
She should have left you 12 times.
Tell you anything?
Oh, not yet. I'm going to give him one last chance. You go see if you can find any sign. Well, they can't have gone too far. We'll have to trail them.
They'll bushwhack you.
Well, I've been bushwhacked before.
Not by Snaky. He's a genius at it.
All right, you warned me. Goodbye, Doc.
Too bad. I hate to think of an old crock like me outliving you.
You just save your tears for the funeral. Did they scatter?
No, they're headed south toward bushwhacker country.
Good.
All right, you deputies, spread out the flank, Hal and me. You keep a wide interval, but keep in touch.
Let's go.
Take the horses down there about a quarter of a mile, picking them by a stream if you can find one.
That's far, Snaky.
Yeah, Earp's going to be coming along here. I don't want no horse winnie to warn him.
What about Holiday? Ain't him and Earp good friends?
Doc Holliday's a good friend of mine, too, but he don't know where we're at. Now get these horses moving.
Come on.
Wyatt's the only man John knows for a friend who goes to church and prays. John is ill. He can't live many more years. I think John holds to his friendship with Wyatt because he's just too stubborn and cantankerous to ask the good Lord for pardon.
Wyatt's out there riding into an ambush.
What Doc Holliday does about it will be a sort of a test case, won't it?
I don't know. I can't honestly say what John will do.
Well, what would you say if he threw in with the Grattan gang?
Then he should leave Dodge and never see Wyatt again.
We agree. We'll stand on that, Mrs. Holliday.
Why are you stopping him? Figure Snaky Grattan's holed up here someplace. Probably in Devil's Garden.
So?
Well, there's no need of taking 6 men into an ambush. I figure we ought to stay here, send back to Dodge for at least 20 more good guns.
There are not that many in Dodge. I don't want a lot of family men in a gunfight with Grattan. We're riding on.
Maybe Earp ain't coming.
He's coming, all right. We killed 5 men not 1 mile from Dodge. He's United States Marshal. You just stay down, hold your rifle on that trail.
Call in the deputies. Now, they branched off here. Everything indicates that Snaky's holed up in the Devil's Garden. I know that neck of the woods. If Snaky's as good a bushwhacker as Doc says he is, he'll be laying for us in that clump of brush and rocks over there, about a mile. Now, there's a trail that winds around in the back, in the rear of Devil's Garden, about 5 miles. And we'll take that trail.
We're with you.
No, I'm going myself. Al, I want you to move within long rifle range and lob some bullets into that brush. You take the deputies.
Well, won't that scare Snaky off?
I don't think so. You just keep him pinned down. It'll take me about an hour to get around to the rear of him.
What then?
When you hear me call, you come running.
You heard the Marshal. Get moving. Come on.
They're coming. Now hold your fire till I get in here real close.
We can get him now.
I said hold your fire.
Don't nobody shoot us, Doc. Keep your sights on Earp and them deputies. Doc, what are you doing here?
You got any liquor? I ran out.
I closed the bar, Doc. It's 4th of July. Well,
Thank you, Snaky.
you better sit down. Them's real bullets.
So they are.
Snaky, they're close enough.
All right, mow 'em down.
Down! Let him come and get us! Wyatt, better hurry.
All right, load up. We'll charge him. That Earp is awful smart.
He's smarter than you.
Huh?
If you were a smart man, Snaky, you'd head for Texas and turn yourself over to the Rangers.
And get hanged?
They can't pin that ambush on you. The worst you'll get's 2 years.
Who's that talking, you or Earp?
Don't be an idiot. You start killing peace officers and you will get the rope.
Have you gone over to Earp?
I'm sorry you said that, Snaky.
That statement calls for a draw.
Don't try, Doc. He makes a move for his gun, break his arm. All right, the rest of you, let's rush him.
No!
Hold it, Doc.
Grab it! Now tell the rest of your men to drop their guns. Grab them!
Use your head, Snaky.
All right, we're whopped. Drop him.
Let's go.
Help! Come on!
Doc, you better put a tourniquet on that arm.
All right, let's get down the hill. Come on. Al, stay here and take care of these men.
What happened? Oh, John. Wyatt, won't you tell me what happened?
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Kate. I told Doc I wouldn't say anything about it.
John, please.
No.
Did John do something wrong? Is he under arrest? You've got to tell me what he did. Mayor Kelly and Judge Tobin don't think you should be friends with John anymore.
Oh? Well, Miss Kate, Doc and I are still friends. We're still friends.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Ooh.